Hey there, it's Martha, and if you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I have my basket here, my basket of goodies, what I warmed this week. I had some tubs and loaves this week, so they're not empties, but I also have some empties, and I have a candle and some other stuff in here, but mostly wax, mix of Scentsy and Vendor, which is what I normally have, and so we'll get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my Scentsy here. I've got a couple things. I think that's it. Dropping stuff. So I've got 3 clams and like a partial, which I'll get into, of what was a brick. And also, before I forget, I planned out my entire month. Shocker. You know when you have those times. Usually happens at the start of the year when you think you can do it all and you're all organized and you're going to start this project and do that. And then you feel like, yes, you could keep, and you're doing it for a while. And then all of a sudden life happens and then, it all goes to hell. But I've been trying to consistently, I haven't always been consistent in the community tab. And then also in the Facebook group that I started, putting out like what is coming this week in the channel. So if you aren't subscribed or don't have your notification button, go ahead and do that if you want to. Of course, only if you want to, but that way you won't miss out on any videos. But this week I will do my monthly check-in. So it's talking about my low buy and how I did in July and my numbers. I also mentioned books I read in that. I might separate that out. I think for this time, I'll ask you guys in that video if you prefer me to separate out the books, because some of you love them and some, skip over it, which is fine. And what else? Oh, I'm waiting for Teddy Bees to ship. My Teddy Bees is not shipped yet. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, it's shipped. And then I have 2 other hauls out there. So check the community tab, or if you're in my Facebook group, you can check that as well. And all that information, at least the Facebook group, is in the description box below. But that's what's coming this week. So monthly check-in, a haul. I also am waiting on the new Scentsy, 10 new Scentsy scents and the Harvest collection. I'm guessing that won't arrive till the very end of the week. So I'll probably share that next week, and then and go through the catalog, the Scentsy catalog. So a lot of good stuff coming on the channel. So there's my little shameless plug. Okay, moving on to Scentsy. What I warmed this week, I warmed, what is this one? Magic in Every Wish. I've had this since May and hadn't warmed it. And so this is lemon, lime, and vanilla sugar. I finished the clamshell. And I love lemon scents, so I did enjoy this a lot. I enjoyed it a lot, but am I going to pay $7 because it's licensed for it? No. There's Squeeze the Day, which is lemon and vanilla sugar. I think it's very similar. This one has lime. That's the difference. But honestly, when I warmed it, I really didn't get a whole lot of lime. I think I got a little bit of lime, but it smelled like a vanilla lemon sweet, like the tart, but the sweet tartness that I like. So I enjoyed it. It was a good performer, kind of average for Scentsy as far as performance goes. And I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't club it when I'm already clubbing Squeeze the Day. I hope I did. No, I don't know what I did. I probably didn't. Oh, well. No, I have one more month. Wait, I got all confused. Wait. Yes, I better put Squeeze the Day back in my club. I have not looked at my club, and I got confused there because it was the Bring Back My Bars that I needed to club before July was over. But we have August. And speaking of August, if you liked or enjoyed or haven't tried yet some spring and summer scents over at Scentsy, August, some of the retiring scents and products are on sale, 10% off. So just plugging that. If you do not have a Scentsy consultant, I would love to be that for you. That information again will be below, but August is that transitional month. So it's an opportunity to get some scents on sale. Okay, moving back on to wax. Inhale and exhale, or inhale, exhale. I've had this one forever. This is from February of 2023. I wore this last night, or kind of late evening, through the night, up here upstairs. And even on cold, I kind of got a bit of a waxy note or something. So this was okay, but there's a green note in here. I think it's a green note, and I like green sometimes, but whatever this was blended with, some kind of a floral green note, it was just okay. Not a favorite, and not one I would repurchase if I ever saw it again. That is Inhale, Exhale, but it was a good performer. Then for, this was for the, we're doing a wax melting Olympics challenge. I have a video up on that, and several of you have joined in. I want to say day 3 was melt something that reminds you of Paris. So I melted Almond Croissant. This is a love of mine. My spreadsheet says I have one more. I have to go find it. Sometimes I have some bakery scents down in the kitchen in a drawer, a few in there, and I'm thinking that's where it is. I'm hoping that's where it is, because I don't know where else it could be. But this was one of the first loves when I joined Scentsy. And I had heard a lot about it. It showed up on clearance in the fall of 2022. And yeah, I got it November of 2022. I bought 3 based on, people talking about it, which is why I love watching club videos, because you never know what's going to come back. And so I'd heard about this almond croissant bar and saw it on clearance or in the warehouse sale or something like that. Got 3, because again, not sure. So 3 was my magic number. If I hear a lot of great things, I'll buy 3. It's not, if I end up hating it, it's not a bunch of bars that I need to get rid of or find new homes for. But I love the scent. It's so good. And I was not on the ball and did not club King Cake, which I feel has a very similar vibe. So if you have that in your club, this is similar. They're like related. It's not the same, of course, but all that to say is this is fantastic and great performer. I think I warmed this with a coffee scent, which a vendor scent that I have in the basket. So anyway, Almond Croissant, that is a love. Absolutely love, and not available at this time. And then what's in this bag is I gave the brick to my daughter, but I took some from the brick before she took. So she ended up taking like half the brick, and I just put some in a baggie. But this is Soar High. I know there's a longer name to it, but this was from the Dumbo collection that came out last fall from Scentsy. And this was a new bar. It only came in brick form, and it was Soaring High, something like that. It's got apple, magnolia. I don't know if there's pear in here, but there's some candied fruit. I warmed this earlier in the week on one evening. I'm going to make some noise as I open this. Ooh, and I just ripped the bag. I have more bags. And it is I'd say it's a fruity floral. And even when I got it last year, and I think it was November or somewhere around there, October, November. And even when I got it last year, when I smelled it, I'm like, why are they releasing this now? This is a perfect like spring, summer scent because of the fruity floral. And so this week was the first time warming it. And it was really nice, like really nice. Like I like this one a lot. I probably wouldn't club it, but it would have been kind of on that teetering edge, because I hope they bring it back, because I would absolutely buy a few more of these, because it was a very pretty fruity floral, right? So good performer, really good performer. And I think I have another little bag with like two more brick cubes of it. So happy that I warmed that and got a chance to try it. Then that was the wax. So the non-wax Scentsy stuff is the pods in Pear, Perfectly Cute. This was a limited time offer scent back in, I think it might have been Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, one of the two. But I got the pod. It's nice. It's light. I mean, I could smell it in the car. That's where I use my pods. When I'm in there, when I first put the pod in. But after about 2 weeks, I don't smell it much anymore. But it's a really pretty, like a fruity floral as well. Really nice. So that is perfectly cute and not available anymore. And then Glacier Waters. I think this is currently available. I don't believe it's, I'll have to check the catalog when I make that video. I haven't really looked at the catalog, so planning on making that video as I kind of get my own first peek at the catalog. But Glacier Water is a great hand wash scent. I really enjoy this, so much so that I got another one. And I've mentioned it before, I do really like Scentsy's hand soaps. They're very good and last me a very long time. So that's the Scentsy stuff. If you were only here for that, then thank you so much for hanging out with me. But I hope you stick around and see what else I warmed this week. So I've got a couple of tubs here that are not finished. I got a scoop. I worked on a scoop this week. I got a loaf that I need to talk about. So let's get going on my vendor wax. All right, I'm going to start with my kind of not empties. I have a loaf of key lime coconut crack, and I've chopped up a good piece of it. I probably shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just chop what I think I'm going to use. But anyway, key lime coconut crack. Love coconut crack. This is from the Pharmacist's Daughter. The key lime was just as good. I mean, the OG is my favorite, but the key lime, I love key lime. And this was really, oh my gosh, it's so good. I got the key lime. So I did get the key lime, and then that coconut crack. I feel like the longer it warms, the coconut crack kind of breaks through that initial key lime. And then I'm getting a little bit more coconut crack than key lime, but I love coconut crack. I had this downstairs. I had this in the bathrooms. I wanted this everywhere. And it's such a great scent. I love this one so much. So I'm glad I have a loaf of it, and I have a loaf of coconut crack that is, I'll be melting soon. And that is key lime coconut crack. Absolutely would get it. I know I have peach coconut crack as well. The only one, she might have others, but the other one that I know I don't have is strawberry coconut crack. But regardless, I'm a fan of that one. So that was key lime coconut crack from the Pharmacist's Daughter. Then I warmed earlier this week. Again, these are part of the, what are we calling this? Hashtag Wax Melting Olympics 2024. And I had Sullivan's Island. I think this was for a beach day, right? Warm like a beach scent. This is Sun and Sand, Vanilla Bean Noel, and Pink Chiffon. Sullivan's Island. And this was fantastic. I remember really liking this on cold, and on warm, it was just as good. Pharmacist's Daughter really throws for me. I don't need a lot, and I get great throws. So I warmed this downstairs, everywhere downstairs. And it is got a little floral to it, and I think that might be some orange flower in the Sun and Sand, because I do know that there are a lot of blends that have this suntan summer scent that have orange flower in it. So I am smelling some kind of floral. I do get the vanilla, and Pink Chiffon is also very pretty and can come off a bit perfumey, but great summer scent. So I'm glad I bought a tub of this, without knowing what it was like, just on scent alone or scent notes alone, and really enjoyed that. It performed really well for me. And I feel like I have a hair flying around here somewhere. Okay, this next one, also from the Pharmacist's Daughter, is Evening Walk. This is Driftwood, Tonka, Oud, Sea Island, Cotton, and Swedish Dream Salts. Evening Walk. I actually warmed this a couple of times this month, and I don't think I talked about it, so I'm talking about it now. I love Swedish Dream Salts. There's something very relaxing and spa-like about that scent note, and this was very pretty. It's prominent in here, those Swedish Dream Salts. It's a very, very nice scent. I warmed this a couple times, like 2 evenings, and then downstairs one time in the evening. So again, Pharmacist's Daughter throws really well for me. This is a great performer. And again, mostly warmed it in the bedroom, so it performed really well there. Then I have from the Pharmacist's Daughter, this is Splash. This is Blue Sugar, Palo Santo, and Rain. And I've been into trying rain scents. And this one, as you can see, I haven't used a lot of it. I did kind of just chop it up for the most part. And this one was okay. Not a love of mine. And I think it's the blue sugar. I like blue sugar, but I think it's too much blue sugar. Like the blue sugar is strong. And I think the scents that I like with blue sugar, it's blended with a lot more other things that don't make it so masculine, because I like masculine scents, but I felt like this one was too much blue sugar. And then you have Palo Santo on top of that, which could veer sometimes masculine. And I felt like this one was maybe a little too much for me. Definitely a lot of blue sugar. The rain is in there as well. It adds just a touch of aquatic note, and this was a strong performer as well. They usually are, right? Usually when it's one that's like, they're like super strong. So I didn't need a lot, and I warmed this in both bedrooms. Didn't need a lot, and it was still kind of whoosh, all over the upstairs, and just an okay scent for me. So yeah, splash from the Pharmacist's Daughter. Okay, so now it's a mix of all kinds of things here. Moving on to the scoop, since I'm so bad about using scoops, this is Raspberry Jelly Royal Sugar Cookie. I'm making dense. It's just nothing wrong with it. This is a great scent. It's a great scent. It smells so good, but I'm just not reaching for scoops. But I'm making a dent. Look at that. I'm getting near the bottom. I sometimes warm this when I'm warming, kind of mixing. I think I had the lemon scent, because I do like lemon raspberry. So sometimes I'll put this in like the kitchen, or maybe another warmer on the other side of the room, just to get a little raspberry in there and to use up some of my scoops. So that is Raspberry Sugar Cookie. It's a great scent. I'm not a scoop person. Okay, it's getting very hot in here. Very hot in here. I'm going to move the fan to face me a little bit, and then I'll get just a little bit. Okay. Then this one was from my friend, and this again was part of the Wax Melting Olympics challenge. This one is called Luxe Linen is what she calls it. The writing is super, super tiny. What I will say is this reminds me a lot of Jammy Time. So it's kind of that laundry scent, but not quite. It's floral, a little powdery. I believe there's jasmine in here, and Lily of the Valley might be in here. I'm like, I can't see it, but super strong, great performer. And that is some wax that my friend made. So that's there. And then let's see. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I've just kind of got a lot of miscellaneous. So I have Best Friends Forever Club. This is pineapple, lemonade, and frosted cupcake from Rose Girls. I think I was supposed to save this for one of the days on the Olympic challenge. I guess I'll have to find something else. But this is a great performer. And I've had this one. It doesn't say how long I've had this, but I know it's early last summer that I've had this, and I was gifted one bag of this as well from Christine Scentsy, because I don't think she loves tropical scents too much, or pineapple, and it was a great performer, still going strong, and I enjoy this one a lot. So this is Rose Girls Best Friends Forever Club, a really tropical, good scent, and I finished it. All right, now that was the only Rose Girls I have. So then for part of that wax melting challenge was a scent with the longest name. And I picked L3. I think a lot of us did. This is Bates Motel Mother's Special blend of lavender, chamomile tea, and cakes. And it was like a big bat. That was the shape of it. And I warmed this one day after work all over. I just ended up putting it. I'm like, I wasn't going to leave like half a bat wing left. And so I warmed it everywhere. It was a great scent for coming home after work. It was, evening by that time, because I had stopped at my parents' house. And I got the lavender. I got that chamomile tea. Really pretty. I say it was about a mid performer, like a 6 out of 10. And yeah, I really like this one. But she's closing, so no more L3. Hopefully she comes back. But for now, I know she's closing. Okay, from Second and Spruce. This is How You Doin'. I think I did talk about this earlier, but I finished it. I might have talked about this earlier in the month, and this is Fresh Air Oak, Cedar, Cognac, Lemon, Vanilla, Amber. This is great. I think this might have been earlier in the week. It might have been on Sunday when I warmed this, but a great performer. I got that Fresh Air. This is good. In the lemon. So I warmed this downstairs. It was mini loaf. I think I had warmed half of it earlier in the month and then again finished it off. So that is How You Doin'. Then Fountains of Friends. This is Rain, Fresh Air, Candied Melon, Wet Pavement, Light Floral, Lush Greenery. Also talked about this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but finished this one. And this one I think might have been part of the melting challenge. I wanted to finish it. This is another good one. I would get this one again if I remember correctly. I do get a lot of, I do remember this one a lot actually, because someone asked me about this. This one, great scent, good throw. After a while though, the candied melon, it is a very sweet melon. So I would absolutely describe it that way, as candied melon. If you think about what that might mean, that was the main note in here for me. I mean, there's other things in here, but that candied melon really came through. This is super strong. It took me a while for my brain to go, wait, what was this one like? I need to put little stickers or something like some people do. But so I enjoyed this one a lot, but I wouldn't get like a big, for me, like a tub or a loaf of it, because I think a little goes a long way, and it would take me a while to use all this because of that candied melon. Can be much, but I like it. So that is Fountain of Friends. Okay. These two are more recent in my mind. So this is from Knowles Farm Scents. This is Honey Spiced Pear. This is pear, apple, honey, nutmeg, cinnamon, and lemon zest. So Knowles Farm Scents had their pre-order this past Friday, and this was offered in that pre-order. I also made a video, which a lot of you like. So thank you so much, because it does get a lot of views. I think you guys appreciate me making videos of my picks before a pre-order, before I go in. And this was one of them. I got a brittle because I really enjoyed this. It was a sample that I had, just 2 cubes that I warmed in this bedroom here in my, I think I split up the cubes between my Milk Diamond warmer and the Alabaster warmer that I have here, and it filled the room. It lasted a long, long time. I love pear scents. This is a pear scent, and I'm looking forward to getting a brittle because, and thanks for the sample. So I knew what it smelled like. So that is Honey Spiced Pear from Knowles Farm Scents. This other one from Knowles, I've been warming little by little in the evening. It's a good evening scent for me. This one is Let's Get Cozy. It's cocoa butter, cashmere, and Palo Santo. So I have like 2.5 cubes left here, and that's Let's Get Cozy. It's a cozy evening scent for me. I don't typically warm bakery in my, and this isn't bakery, I'm just saying, I don't typically warm bakery in my bedroom, and in the evening when I'm going for bed, loud motorcycle, in the evening when I'm going to go to sleep, I like something a little softer, not something, I've made the mistake, and I'm sure, let me know if you've done this as well. If you put something in the room that is super strong and then you're like, I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm awake because my nose keeps smelling that scent, even though it could be a beautiful scent. If it's something super punch in your face, I can't sleep. So I've been known to wake up in the middle of the night and turn off warmers. But that's completely off topic of this. The reason I like these types of scents in the bedrooms in the evening is because it's softer, it's prettier, it's cozier. And so that's what this one is. This is Let's Get Cozy. I get a lot of that cocoa butter, but it's like a warm, soft, like think of the softest like cardigan or like cashmere, or like a softest blanket, and you're just wrapped up in it, and it's just so cozy. And that's the vibe I get from this. So it's a great, for me, one that I've been enjoying in the evenings. think he offered this one not too long ago. So that is Let's Get Cozy from Knowles Farm Scents. All right, then we have a bunch of different ones here. This one's from Glitterati. This is Perfect Day, Warm Vanilla Sugar, Waffle Cone, and Pretzel. I warm this in the bathroom up here. It is very pretty. I'm not in the bathroom a lot, so I just remember going in there a couple times and going, what was in here? Oh, that's nice. So this one, I can just tell you, I remember getting a little bit of the vanilla, the waffle cone. The pretzel wasn't, I'm kind of with pretzel. It was just, I don't know if I even smelled it too much, but again, this was like a little sample in my bathroom, but it was pretty. I enjoyed this one a lot. So this is Glitterati from, every once in a while when I would go in the bathroom. Traverse City Wax Co. This one's Bruce, and this is also one that I warmed. It's small. It was a small little guy that I warmed in one of the bathrooms. I can't remember what this one was like at all, because it was probably in the guest bathroom, and I don't know that I was in there enough to tell you, but it smells good in the little bag. Then I have Tobacco Vanilla from Sweet Tooth Scents, and I warmed this one day in the bedroom here, in this bedroom. I had, it was probably, I don't know if you can see here, that much of it, but it was very thin. It wasn't like your typical like cubes. So I would say it probably, I didn't weigh it, but ounces, it probably would be similar to like 2 cubes of Tobacco Vanilla. I warmed it here in the bedroom, and this was an interesting one because I love this scent. Like I love a Tobacco Vanilla scent, but this one played hide and seek. Like I would come in here and I could just barely smell it, but then I'd move around or walk to a different part of the room, and then it was there. So this one is a little bit of a hide and seek one. Beautiful scent though, but it wasn't, some blends, they're just in the air and they hang there and you can smell them, and it's, they're just there. Others will play hide and seek sometimes. Sometimes you get a little whiff if there's like airflow, kind of hits your nose. And that's what this one was. When I can smell it, it was really pretty, but it was, it could be that it was just a sample and this is a bigger room, but it was pretty. Just played that hide and seek with me. Then this one is from Zape. This is Shoreside. This is Oud Wood, Sea Salt, and Ocean Mist. Also part of the Wax Melting Olympics. And Shoreside, this is one that I picked up earlier this summer, but I think it was a scent from last year. Zape does the seasonal scents on top of the ones that they sell year round. And so this was a seasonal one from 2023. And it smelled pretty, it smelled pretty in the bag. On warm, this was beautiful. Like I really enjoyed this one. It was the size of like a thick like bar soap, and it had a little seashell, and it was a shape. And I warmed this downstairs. I warmed it everywhere because I didn't want to keep like a little square of it for next year. And I really like this one. It was one of those where this one hung in the air. Wasn't like, punch you in the face kind of scent. I would say it was like a 6 out of 10 as far as throw, but it just hung there. It hung there as pretty as almost when, if you spray, like a room spray, and then it's just, that scent as it's coming down. That's kind of what it smelled like. I put it in the morning. I was gone for a couple hours, and I came back maybe 3 hours later. And when I opened that door, I was like, oh, that smells nice. And that's what I got from this one. So it was fresh. It was a little perfumey. And I think that's the oud wood that's giving me that scent. And you get some of that sea salt. So I really enjoy this one. So that was Shoreside. And it was one of those that it was a like on cold, but really came alive on warm. So Shoreside from Zape. All right. I think that's it, minus one little thing here. I have a candle from Bath and Body Works. This is Fiji What Sands. This is, I don't know if there's scent notes on here. There is, doesn't say, but it's got coconut. From what I can barely smell. It's empty. I put this under the candle lamp, and it's been there for weeks and weeks and weeks. I don't turn on my candle lamp lamp often because a lot of times I'm warming something, something else in the evening. But this was, really pretty. I have the candle lamp next to my couch. So when I'm down there watching TV, sometimes I'll have it on and I can get whiffs of it. But it was a soft, subtle, tropical little coconut kind of scent. And that is Fiji What Sands from Bath and Body Works. So that is the candle that I used up. And so that is it. Let me show you what I did not get to from since this is kind of like the last, what I melted from my July melting basket. I did pretty well, kind of. There's some other things that I still have set aside. Never got to lilac cake. I don't know that I am because I already have my August basket. Did not get to cream soda. Midnight Rain, part of me is kind of hoarding this because it's so good. It's Beach Evenings and Blackberry, and I love that. I do want to warm this at some point. Intermission from That Smell Good shop, which I placed an order with That Smell Good shop, so that should be coming soon. Thunder Moon, Circus Jam. I just haven't gotten around to this one from Noel's Farm Scents. And then Outer Banks. I know I should melt this. Many of you have, especially during the Wax Melting Olympics Challenge, have warmed this past week, and I have not. It's a from Salt Mountain Melts, and it's like a beach evenings, beach nights kind of scent. So I don't know. It's not in my melting basket, but I have it here just in case I decide and change my mind. And then, of course, other things that I pulled. Most of these I ended up pulling just for the Wax Olympics, so I still have those that I'm working through. And then my August melting basket, which went up on Saturday. So if you missed that, you can watch it up here, click up here. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It does mean a lot that you spend some time watching any of my videos. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.